Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to ISG Field, and thank you for coming out here this afternoon for a historic announcement in Mankato sports in Northwoods League history. My name is Chris Goodell. I'm privileged to be part of the Diamond Dreams ownership group that operates the Mankato Moondogs, and in just a little bit you're going to hear how our operations will be expanding thanks to our great partnership with the City of Mankato and the Northwoods League, and we've got representatives here to speak here in a little bit. But as you may have seen, the growth of women's sports has been immense over the past few years. And if anybody caught the Nebraska volleyball game that took place outside here this fall, where I believe 92,000 plus even took in the women's volleyball game. If you look down at Iowa City and Kinnick Stadium just recently when Caitlin Clark and Iowa women's basketball team put 56,000 people in there for an exhibition game of women's basketball. It's been a tremendous time for growth and excitement and, of course, increased opportunities. And today, and I should back up because a week ago, actually 6 days ago, it was announced the very first entry into the new Northwoods Softball, Women's Collegiate Softball League for 2024 will take place in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And today, we are excited, we're thrilled to share with you that Mankato will be the second entry into the brand new Women's Summer Collegiate Softball League beginning in 2024, playing right here at beautiful ISG Field. So we get to be a part of history. There are no other summer collegiate leagues, women's summer softball collegiate leagues in the country that exist, so this will be the first of its kind. So you talk about making history, we get to be a part of history right here in Mankato, Minnesota. So a thrilling opportunity coming our way starting next year in 2024. As we sit here on beautiful ISG Field that we've had the great privilege of working with the City of Mankato on building and adding to and making better, which has been a mission with our public-private partnership. And we've got folks here representing us here today from the city. Thank you for coming out, Claudia and Jim. We're going to continue to do that here going forward. And so, as you might imagine, softball's got some different elements, dimensions, right, that go on here. So we'll be investing in temporary fencing to bring out here for softball games. We'll be bringing in a spiked turf pitching mat. Our bases are already turf bases, so they'll be able to be moved to the proper lengths. We'll be bringing in some turf chalk paint to reconfigure the boxes for each of our softball games to go forward to make it all work. And an exciting opportunity to bring women from all over the country in here to play softball. As you might imagine, with no other women's summer collegiate leagues in the country, you can imagine what the pick of the litter might be to bring in top talent from around the country to come here and play in Mankato. And when we look at the baseball landscape, there's well over 40, I think we're pushing 50 baseball summer collegiate leagues in this country. And we're starting to push 500 different summer baseball teams in this country. Well, this is going to be the first of its kind for women's summer collegiate softball. So we're very excited to be able to bring in some very, very high talent to come in here in Mankato and play and compete in the very first season in 2024. So I don't want to give out all the exciting details because we've got an individual to bring up who's batting second for us here today that's got excitement to share from the league level. And if you've seen from the Northwoods League standpoint and some of our rebranding this offseason, obviously baseball, we just celebrated 30 years this past year, 25 of which have been right here in Mankato from the Masters of the Moondogs. And we've now expanded, of course, in the Northwoods League Softball. And we're excited to welcome in the very first president and commissioner of the Northwoods League Softball League, who was kind enough to come join us today. So I want to introduce you. Please welcome Catherine Reynolds.
Good afternoon. Like Chris said, I'm Catherine Reynolds. I'm serving as president and commissioner for the Northwoods Softball League. Mankato is no stranger to the Northwoods League, as you've had the Mashers and now the Moondogs for years, and this community's support for the Northwoods League has been immense. I had a chance to come to a game this summer and I was really blown away by the community's support. It was actually Kids Day, so my ears were ringing a little bit for most of the game, but from my understanding from that day and today, I guess it's like this every day in Mankato. It's just beautiful year round. Yeah, from the locals. But yes, thank you to Chris, Tyler, Dan, and then the city representatives that are here for having us. We're thrilled about this opportunity. Like I said, and like Chris said, this is the second location to be announced for the league with kind of weekly or semi-weekly announcements to follow. with lacrosse being the first last week and now Mankato this week. So we really feel that this is an opportunity for collegiate athletes and coaches to develop and hone their skills in the summertime in a way that really doesn't exist yet. The summer league opportunity in baseball is well established. In softball, it's just not. And so we believe that we are creating an opportunity for these young women to get better in the summer, for community members like yourselves to come out and have a good family experience at an affordable rate, and really just create these community experiences for places like Mankato. The vision for the Northwoods Softball League is going to really closely emulate what was the vision for Northwoods League Baseball when it started, which was 30 years ago. I think if you asked Dan or Chris or my boss, Dick Raditz, the founder of the league, he kind of cringes when he hears that it was 30 years ago. The league's now being called historic. So I guess that's the yin and the yang, to have something brand new like this, but within the template and the infrastructure that Northwoods League Baseball brings. When the baseball league started, there were 5 teams. Now there's 26 teams in 7 states, 1 in Canada. And so when we talk about the vision and the goals, I think that's a pretty good blueprint for kind of what we believe we can do with Northwoods League Softball. The backbone of the league is places like Mankato and people like you who would come out for this announcement today, who come out to games, the community nights, bring your friends, your coworkers, your corporate groups, all of those things. That's what makes it so special and different from other things that are out there in the summertime. I won't echo everything that Chris said about what's happening in women's athletics, but really there's a groundswell of support for women's sports right now. As recently as last week, the Olympic Committee announced that softball is coming back for the Olympics in 2024. Amazing. When you look at the viewership numbers and attendance numbers for the Summer College World Series for the NCAA softball, they're drawing more viewers on ESPN than the college baseball tournament. And that's not a knock on baseball, because obviously we all love both, but they were averaging close to 2 million viewers per game on ESPN for the College Softball World Series. It's amazing. Over 12,000 people in attendance for those games on average in Oklahoma City. So we really believe there's a lot of support. There's certainly a high level of talent when it comes to the athletes. Really great coaches out there as well. So we're excited to be part of that groundswell here in Mankato. If you've been to a Moondogs game, which I assume kind of most people here have, I encourage you to come back, but I also encourage you to bring you, your friends, your family to a softball game this summer. It'll be a shorter season, fewer dates, but equal opportunity to get out here and enjoy the high quality product that we're going to believe will be on the field. So again, on behalf of the Northwoods League, thank you for having me today, and thank you for having a Northwoods League softball team. We're really excited to see what the future holds, and we appreciate all of you being a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. I mentioned the Hawkeye women's basketball team earlier. She probably wouldn't tell you, but she was a former member of that team and the director of operations, and led the team to the Sweet 16 back in 2015.
It's been a while.
Okay, so we're thrilled to have her leading our league, and look forward to working with her. And she has been out seeing Northwoods League communities all summer long, which is fantastic. It was here, as you said, this summer. So, speaking of the community and you folks that make us go and make Moondogs baseball go, and will hopefully be a part of making our soon-to-be named, which our next speaker is going to talk about that, softball team. We can't thank you enough for being out here. There's going to be a ton of opportunities for ways to get involved, support, and be a part of it. And so our 3-hole hitter, as he should be today, who's hit out here before, is our general manager of the Mankato Moondogs, with more ways to get involved. So, Tyler Cook.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Just on the Moondogs side of things, we are thrilled to have the softball team in Mankato. The last few years, well, really the last 25 years, have been incredible just to see the amount of community support this team has had. Growing up, coming to games as a kid, it's been night and day from where we were in year 1 to where we are now. Everybody's really rallied around us, especially after COVID even. We've had 3 record-setting years attendance-wise, and I just know that that's going to translate to softball as well. Mankato is just a huge hub for softball. You guys know there's Caswell Park hosts national tournaments, and it just seems like there's a buzz in Mankato about softball that not everywhere has. So I think Mankato was a great location to pick for the second team to be announced in this Northwoods Softball League. Northwoods Softball League. I have to get that right. But yeah, I think the possibilities are endless. I think the community is really going to turn up for this team. So on the Moondogs side of things, we're really excited to see how that goes, and the opportunity to share this field. This facility is unreal. A lot of you saw what it was like 5-6 years ago, whenever the renovations were back in 2018, I guess. I played high school ball in this field, and I wish I got to play the way it is now. There's no more lip out at third base that gives me a bloody nose. So we have people coming to this ballpark that on visiting teams, they look at the park and they say, man, I want to play here. And that helps with recruiting too. We've had players come here from other teams, and I think it's just been a huge positive for Mankato as a whole, and just the opportunity to share that with the softball team is going to be really special. We've had different events out here, like company picnics. We've had some concerts, different special events like the United Way men's event, the Leap Legends Celebrity Softball game, and just any way that we can use this facility can only be a positive. So really excited to see that in the following summer. As we get started here, if you want to visit the website, the current website for the softball team is mankatosoftball.com. One of the things that will be on there is the opportunity to help name the team, and that way we don't have to refer to it as Mankato Softball. So if you go to mankatosoftball.com, you'll get a chance to submit an idea, whatever you got. We'll take a look at it and see if it's any good. There's going to be ticket options on there as well as other news that comes up. If you're interested in becoming a host family, there will be information about that as well. And then game day employees as well. If you're interested in working at the ballpark for softball, there will be opportunities for that. There's going to be a lot going on this next summer. Again, we couldn't be more thrilled to share this field with the softball team. And on behalf of the Moondogs, I just want to say welcome to the softball team. So I can't wait to sit in the stands with a beer and watch them play.
So to add to that, a few more details here coming forward, because now that it is officially official, the fun really begins. And as Tyler alluded to, we're hosting a Name the Team contest, which we will eventually siphon it down to 5 finalists and put on for a public vote. So we are very much looking for public input on that. And of course, whichever team name is chosen, whoever submitted it will get season tickets to our 2024 inaugural season, and get to go out a ceremony on the first pitch right out here in the middle of the infield too. So we encourage you to take part in that. Scheduling wise, we anticipate the 40-game schedule, 20 of which will be played right here at ISG Field, 20 on the road, to come out early December. Northwoods League office working hard at it right now, and so we hope to see that here as we get into the early parts of December. It will run from about the middle of June through early August, naturally when all of our collegiate players are available to come join us and after their runs to the NCAA postseason and whatnot. So that'll be coming very, very soon. We'll be able to share that with you in early December too. So love to open it up for questions at this point as well, because we know there can be some, and by all means, if anybody's got questions about the new league, from a makeup, the team, one of our very first points will be to put a coach and field manager in place to start recruiting the team. As we alluded to, the whole country is kind of available at this point, so there's a lot of opportunities to go out and seek some very, very high softball talent. But if anybody has questions, please feel free to fire away.
You said there was a schedule out in December, so does that mean the teams are set for this coming year?
That's a great question. They are getting to be set. So as you can kind of see, our path is in our league office, which is a great way to do this. We're announcing almost week by week right now who's going to be entering into the inaugural season, so everybody can have their due. So our lacrosse team announced last week. Obviously today, there's going to be more announcements coming in the first week. So I am not at liberty to
you don't have
burst
to give
their
names.
Bubble, but there is more teams.
Do you have numbers? You don't have to give names.
There will be several coming that be coming in. As Catherine alluded to, in 1994, the Northwoods League Baseball League started with 5 league-owned teams, and today we're 26. So I can tell you there's not only excitement from our inaugural year in 24, there's even more excitement building from certain cities and locations for year 2 and year 3. Some folks are also getting some facilities ready just to come join us. So it's going to grow very rapidly now that we're out. So I'd love to share more with you, but stay tuned. How's that?
So same rules apply for softball versus baseball as far as eligibility?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, great question. Yes. So if you have college eligibility remaining, you are eligible to be considered. Again, it doesn't matter if it's Division 1, 2, 3, NAIA, junior college. If you have eligibility remaining, and also if you are a high school senior that has committed, you can also be considered to play this league as well. So, and that's really what's exciting, right? Because I think we've seen all different levels come in and play for the Moondogs and do extremely well, no matter where they came from. But we're really looking forward to the opportunities that are in the women's collegiate softball world too, because there's going to be a wide array of women that will be eligible to come, and they don't have many other places to go right now in the summer. So that's a pretty exciting opportunity. Thank you for asking that. All right. Well, we'll certainly be around here if anybody else has any other questions or would like to talk more. The information, is Tyler alluded to again, MankatoSoftball.com. Our social outlets are actually going live as we speak, and we'd love to hear any team names that you want to submit, so we can start having fun and start to make this a reality, because we've got again, the fun begins for real for now, and look forward to putting it all together, and appreciate everybody coming out. We do have, alluded to several of you over there, Tyler baked cookies earlier today, and we have some beverages over, so please help yourself and enjoy what might be one of the last really beautiful days we have here out at ISG Field this fall. So thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it.